Will we start building the page in this one?
Not yet.
Why not?
Because people need to know about page behavior first, so they know which page types to start with.
Alright, fine.
Let's get to it then. In this course, we're going to cover page behavior in Maglr. But first, we need to understand responsiveness. Then we'll touch on the page dimensions in Maglr. Afterwards, we'll cover the page behavior options in Maglr, as well as the different types of pages you can select. And lastly, we'll touch on the Safezone and how it makes sure that everything on your canvas will remain visible to all viewers. Responsiveness means that pages on the web automatically adjust to the size of the screen they're viewed on. If someone views a page on their computer to then visit that same page on their phones, the content on the page automatically adjusts itself to the screen and makes sure that everything remains clear and easy to view. So, while everything you position in Maglr is absolute and precise, responsiveness can throw a little curveball here. Someone else might just have a slightly different experience from you, depending on the screen they're using to view your publications. To clarify, I've opened this example in my browser here and placed it on my screen. If I make this window larger or smaller, you can see how the page responds to my dragging by automatically cutting off the background and, at a certain point, resizing the contents. Every page in Maglr has a specific width and height, which you can specify through the general settings in the editor. This defines the basis for the size in which you're designing the page. And to add more options to the mix, there are two different page behaviors to choose from: original fit and zoom. Original fit gives your page a fixed size. This means that the page will keep its size and dimensions even on bigger screens. The additional space surrounding your page is filled with a background color. Only when the screen becomes smaller than your page dimensions, the page will shrink in order to keep everything neatly in view. And with the zoom setting, your page will still keep its fixed dimensions. However, it will grow or shrink in its entirety, depending on the screen that's viewing your page. This means that all of your elements will grow or shrink with it. Please note that when using this page type, especially media, could grow way out of proportion and start pixelating, and you don't want that to happen. So, to recap, original fit shrinks but doesn't grow, and zoom shrinks and grows.
Why didn't you just say that at the start?
I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the page types, because next to the behavior, there are two types of pages to choose from. First, we have a full screen page. These are designed to always fill the entire screen. Remember that the page behavior we set earlier still defines how this page will scale. So, in case of the original fit, for example, the page will still never grow bigger than its set width and height. The page surrounding this page, though, will be filled with a background color to fill the rest of our screen. The long page is designed to be variable in height. You can make these pages as long as you want and adjust them to the amount of content you want to place. Still, the page behavior defines how this page will scale. So, on original fit, the page won't grow and the remaining space outside of your canvas will still be filled with a background color. These pages also allow for scrolling, by the way, which opens new types of animations and interactions based on the scrolling behavior of your viewers. Again, to recap, full screen pages are designed to fill the entire screen, while the height of long pages can be extended. Long pages can also be scrolled through, enabling new types of animations and interactions.
So where does the Safezone come in?
It's coming in now. So, back in the editor, we already noticed the red border surrounding the canvas in the previous chapter of this course. And we can turn them off by clicking this button here. These mark the Safezone area, or the area that will always remain in view, regardless of a screen size or aspect ratio. On screens that are smaller than your page dimensions, your page will start shrinking. But before it does that, the space outside of your Safezone will be cut off. So if you've placed an element outside of this Safezone or inside these red borders, the element could be invisible if the page is viewed on a smaller screen. Full recap time. First, we talked about responsiveness and how it automatically adjusts a page to the screen that's viewing it. Then we covered page behavior in Maglr, where we saw that original fit pages shrink but don't grow, while zoom pages both shrink and grow. We also had full screen page types that are designed to fill the entire screen, while long pages are variable in height and can be scrolled through, enabling new types of animations and interactions. Lastly, we saw the Safezone and how it marks the area which will always remain in view, regardless of a screen size or aspect ratio. So now we know exactly how pages behave in Maglr and which type to choose for the page that we're going to create together. So let's start creating in the next chapter.